Hey, it's Goran here. Welcome back to the Majestic Bean channel. Today I'll be making a comparison between the 18-gram VST precision basket and the stock non-pressurized double shot Gaggia Classic portafilter basket. I'll be comparing the price, build quality, design, and how big of a taste difference these baskets make in the cup. If you haven't already, please consider doing all the likey, subscribey, bell button thingy. It helps us a lot with the YouTube algorithm and it helps you become a better home barista. So let's start this video by talking about the similarities between these two baskets. As you can see, they're both made out of metal. They're shaped in a way where you could fit ground coffee inside, and they have these holes in the bottom where espresso comes out. But that's about it. That's all that is similar between these two. Let's move on to the differences between these two baskets, because there is a lot of them. We'll begin by talking about the price difference. The stock Gaggia Classic portafilter basket is for free. And most things that are free are good, except for this one. The VST precision basket will set you back around 60 Australian dollars. And that's a hefty sum of money for just a simple basket. If you are after a budget-friendly option for a precision basket, there is a lot of competition when it comes to the VST. And as a matter of fact, the VST basket is the most expensive precision basket out there. For comparison, we have the IMS, the Pullman, and the Pesado portafilter baskets that are in the same range as the VST, but they all cost around 30 Australian dollars. I will include links to some of these baskets in the description below in case you're after a budget-friendly option. The second noticeable difference between these two is the way they're designed. The stock basket has this narrowing shape towards the bottom, whereas the VST basket has a straight line running from top to bottom. So it looks nice and straight. This design affects the way water flows through the coffee puck, and the narrowing shape of the stock basket acts as an artificial flow restrictor, and that's not a good thing. On the other hand, with the VST basket, the way the water flows through the coffee puck is straightforward. It runs from top to bottom without any flow restrictions. And that's literally ideal when it comes to extracting espresso. The VST precision basket has a larger surface area than the stock Gaggia basket. A larger surface area means more holes, and more holes means there is no artificial flow restriction. That allows us to grind finer than we would with the stock Gaggia basket, and grinding finer means you can extract more deliciousness out of your beans. Another huge difference is the build quality. I have some videos here taken by my friend Amer using his microscope. Amer actually runs a very famous Instagram page called Our Coffee Shelter, and this page has a huge following. So in case you want to check him out on Instagram and give him a follow, it's Our Coffee Shelter, or you could just click on the link in the description below and check out that page. Now, in the first video that Amer gave me, we can see how big of a difference there is between the holes on the stock Gaggia basket. As you can see, some of the holes are not punctured properly as well, and that's not a good thing at all. This second video is from the VST basket, and as you can see, all the holes are equal in size and shape, and all of them are also punctured through as well. And that's literally ideal because it means all the holes are the same, everything is the same, no flow restriction at all, and you get a delicious cup of coffee. These minor differences, only visible under a microscope, will have a huge impact when it comes to taste of espresso. The equal size and shape of the holes in the case of the VST basket also have a huge impact on how fine we can grind when we're using this basket. So that's why basically we can grind much finer than usual and extract, as I said before, more deliciousness out of the beans you're using, and that way you result in a clean, tasty, delicious cup of coffee. But this is all theory so far, so I think it's time we jumped on the Gaggia Classic, made some espresso, and see how big of a difference we notice when it comes to taste. So for today's purposes, I will be making 2 espressos. One using the stock Gaggia basket, and then another one using the VST basket. I'll be using the same beans, same recipe, but obviously a different grind setting. I'll be dosing 19 grams in, 40 grams yield, extraction time of around 25, 26, maybe even 27 seconds. We'll taste the espresso and I'll let you know what I think, what I'm tasting, if there is any difference or everything is just the same, which is unlikely, but let's see. To start, I'll make an espresso first with the Gaggia Classic basket. For the stock Gaggia Classic basket, I used a grind setting on the Sete 270. It was 6i. And it resulted in a 25-second extraction. So that's all right. Not bad. Not a lot of bitterness in there. Not a lot of acidity as well. It's balanced. A bit of dark chocolate notes. It's all right. As a classic espresso, it's not bad. If you are a person who makes coffee at home, doesn't take it too seriously, I think this would be an alright shot, especially if you were mixing it with milk. Then those chocolate notes paired with the milk together would result in a delicious flat white or cappuccino or latte, whatever you're drinking. So let's move on now to making another shot of espresso using my favorite espresso cup. This time though, using the VST basket. Let's go. Alrighty, so here we are, take 2. We have an espresso shot done using the VST basket. The bench is a bit messy, I don't know how much you can see, and the cup is a bit messy as well. But that's what you get when you're using a bottomless portafilter. For this shot, I had a 25-second extraction and I was using a grind setting of 5H. So the previous shot with the stock Gaggia Classic basket was done at 6i. So that's a whole dial on the Barazza Sete 270. Now a whole dial or a whole click might not sound like much to you, but from my experience using this grinder, that's a huge difference. And let me give you an example. Previously, when I used this grind setting that I used for the VST, and I made a shot of espresso using the stock Gaggia basket, the shot resulted in an extraction time of 45 seconds. So that's a whole 20 seconds difference in extraction time between this one and the VST basket using this grind setting that I just used. So in this particular espresso, this is much more balanced. It has some pleasant acidity as well. It's less bitter than the previous shot, and I think overall it's a huge improvement in taste just compared to the previous shot. Alrighty, I'm back behind the table. As promised in the beginning of this video, we saw how big of a taste difference the VST basket makes compared to the stock Gaggia Classic basket. In the description below, I left some links to some precision baskets in case you wanted to buy one and upgrade. In my opinion, upgrading to a precision basket will definitely improve your espresso game by a lot. But before you spend your hard-earned money, I'd recommend checking your grinder capabilities. As you saw, by using a precision basket, you will need to grind much finer than usual. So it's always best to check your grinder capabilities and make sure your grinder can keep up. So before we wrap up this video, I'd like to hear from you guys. Let us know in the comments below which basket are you using on your espresso machine. If you're using a precision basket, let us know which brand it is and if it was worth upgrading. In case you found this video useful and you like the operation we're running here, you can support us by clicking on the PayPal link in the description below. In the same description, you can find our social media accounts where you can reach out and chat to us about coffee. With that being said, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.